Hi, so today I'm going to be making a video on Dream as well as Nightmare Blind Rotation, a book edition version. And I was going to insert a joke about drugs kill before proceeding, but maybe we shouldn't be criminalizing drugs in any case. But without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start off with nightmares because isn't that life? So the first character, as you know, I hated mhudi by plaatje, the book. So the first character who would just be a nightmare to be rotating a blunt with would be Radaga from mhudi, as well as mhudi, but I'm trying to be more generous towards her. But like, I don't really like men as a class, and I feel like mhudi would be that kind of like woman who'd be constantly talking about her boyfriend or husband in this case, and he's just so boring. I can just imagine being bored out of my skull, out of my mind, and how resentful I would be. I wouldn't want to share a blunt with Radaga at all, actually. I'd be like, no, thank you. I'm cool. Let's keep it moving. And then second character, which would be like a nightmare, would be Leah from Simon and the Homo Sapiens Agenda, as well as Leah on the Offbeat by Becky, albertalli. This is a character that I was supposed to like. So you know when you think that you will like someone, and imagine them being in this kind of situation that I've already set up, and the person is Leah, who is very judgmental. The things she does as well, without really introspecting. For example, in Leah on the Offbeat, she pursues a relationship with another character who doesn't yet know what their sexual orientation is, and the way that she handles that is just ugh. But at the same time, this is a young child, so why would we be in a blind rotation in any case then, siwe? Anyhow, third whatever, next duo is Benson and Mike from Memorial by Brian Washington. This would be like a nightmare in the sense that they probably like have done engaged in but imagine being like in a situation with a couple who are on the verge of a breakup. I would just be too paranoid. I'd be reading into things a lot, and it would not be the best situation for any of the parties involved, including myself, because I wouldn't even know the intricacies of that relationship, but like getting those vibes would just overwhelm me. I'm easily overwhelmed, so no thank you, it is a nightmare. And then going on is Edie from Luster by Raven Leilani. Look, she's a type of black girl that is so messy, and as I mentioned, I'm easily overwhelmed, and she would overwhelm me. What do you mean you are in a relationship with an older married man? I mean, like, obviously it's an open relationship, but like that whole situation is so messy, and the fact that you went to his house, I mean, it would be nice looking at it from a distance, but like in a rotation vibes, no thank you. I do not want to hear about that mess. I do not want to be like, oh, poor wife, poor daughter of that family. No thank you. So let's go on to the next nightmare, which would be the protagonist from My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Tessa Moshfegh. Look, I love this book so much, but that is the kind of white woman who wreaks havoc on so many people's lives, and no thank you. Like, I'd probably smack a bitch basically, and I try to be calm, I try not to be overwhelmed, I try not to be like a fighting person, but I can imagine her having like that nonchalant vibes, I'm a chill girl, look at me, I'm rich vibes, and me just I could not And then another one, since we're on the white women who are just fucking annoying vibes, it would be Frances from Conversation with Friends. I'd want to smoke with Bobby, but Frances is messy as fuck. And the way that she tries to justify her decisions when they actually cause damage to so many people's lives, and she doesn't really account or sees her role. And then obviously Bobby calls her out somewhere in the book, and it was sublime because she thinks that she's really passive in her life when she isn't. And yeah, basically I'd be psychoanalyzing the fuck out of that character, and no thank you. I would not even accept a blunt from Francis. No thank you, keep it moving. No, I have to mention this character, Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. And the character that I would not want to be in a blunt rotation with would be Eliza. I'd want to punch her. That is the most annoying, woe is me white girl. I obviously empathize with the fact that she has anxiety and she exists online, and I can imagine having a huge following online probably has negative effects on your mental health at times, especially as a creator, whatever. But I'd punch her. I wouldn't punch her because this is a child, but I would think about it. Just thinking about it again, it is a nightmare. But let's go on with dream blunt rotation. We'll start off with Jesper from the Six of Crows duology. I finished watching Shadow and Bone last week, I think, or whatever, and I'd want to be in a dream blunt rotation with Jesper because I have a thing for black bisexuals, and yeah, I think he's just so cool, and the actor who plays him is the best character in that show, which I thought was really, it's not that good, it's an adequate show, but he brings that oomph, man. I'm thirsting right now, okay? So let's move on to another character I wouldn't mind being in a dream blunt rotation with, which would be Lisbeth Salamander from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the Millennium series by Steig, Larsson. Look, Lisbeth has so many issues, but that whole murderous vibe emerging out of her because of like misogyny in her country and all her trauma is really it's really my vibe, basically. I'm not exactly her because I don't go around hacking or killing or try beating people up and stuff like that, but she's yeah, it's Lisbeth, man. And isn't she also bisexual, I think? So let's keep it moving. Clearly there's a pattern emerging here on what I like and what I don't. And next dream blunt rotation, not that they'll be able to do this because it's criminalized in their country, but the crew from If I Had Your Face by Francis Cha, so Ara, Query, Wana, Miho even, as well as obviously Sujin. Like, I included Miho there because as a collective, these girls are so funny, and we would laugh our asses off, and that's just a vibe, just like positive vibes. Laughing about Umgowo, laughing about any and everything, basically. I think it would be just, yeah, that is actually at the top of my dream blunt rotation, and then maybe Jesper after. Another character I wouldn't really mind rotating a blunt with would be Marianne from Normal People by Rooney again. Even in like high school when she's deemed an outcast, and obviously like college, and then they're like, not when she's older, like in her later years of college, because yeah, girl is umgowo, but like I'd still like be passing a blunt with her because I'm also umgowo. So and I think just what is so, I don't know, she just gives me vibes, I guess. I was pretty noxious in high school, Marianne is, and like her emerging out of her shell in university, that wasn't me, but like I like her vibe, basically. And I think people are hard on Marianne, even reviewers are hard on Marianne, especially the TV Marianne as well. And I like the fact that at some point in the book she makes a realization that people need people, and that is my nightmare, blind, whatever. In the comments below, tell me your favorite emoji associated with, for example, I know Kalala always, when she's in a city, is always like, where the weed at, and she has these emojis. And someone once said that it sounds like she's a cop, but I love them so much. So in the comments down below, either tell me which would be like your dream or nightmare blunt rotation, even if you don't smoke, doesn't matter, and also include your, what's this, your favorite weed emoji. Okay, to all the future employers, because I'll probably private this video though, don't shame me for this, it's just hypothetical, right? Okay, bye.